Today, we're diving deep into a topic that many of you have asked about: family-based immigration. Specifically, we're going to pull back the curtain and show you exactly how immigration attorneys handle these cases from start to finish. If you or a loved one are thinking about this process, this video is for you. It can seem incredibly complex, but understanding the steps can make all the difference. So, where does it all begin? The very first step is always the initial consultation. This is more than just a meet and greet. It's a crucial fact-finding mission for the attorney. You'll sit down with them, either in person or virtually, and they will ask a lot of questions. They'll want to know who you are, who your family member is, and what your relationship is. Are you a U.S. citizen petitioning for a spouse, a parent, a child, or a sibling? Or are you a green card holder petitioning for a spouse or child? The attorney needs to establish this relationship first because the type of relationship determines the visa category and the waiting time. They'll also ask about the immigration history of both you and your family member. Have there been any prior visa applications, entries into the U.S., or any encounters with immigration officials? These details are vital. An experienced attorney knows that even small details can have a big impact on the case. They are looking for any potential red flags right from the start, like past visa, overstays, criminal records, or previous marriage fraud allegations. This initial meeting is all about assessing eligibility and creating a clear strategy. Once the attorney has a full picture of your situation and confirms you're eligible, the next phase is gathering all the necessary documents. And let me tell you, there's a lot of paperwork. This is one of the main reasons people hire an attorney, to make sure nothing is missed. The attorney and their team will provide you with a detailed checklist. This will include things like birth certificates, marriage certificates, divorce decrees if applicable, passports, and photos. But it's not just about collecting documents. The attorney's team will carefully review each one to ensure it meets the strict requirements of U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, or USCIS. For example, if a document isn't in English, it needs a certified translation. They'll also need to prove the petitioner can financially support the family member. This involves submitting tax returns, pay stubs, and an employment letter. The attorney will prepare the affidavit of support, Form I-864, which is a legally binding contract with the U.S. government. They make sure your income meets the poverty guidelines, and if it doesn't, they'll advise you on options like finding a joint sponsor. This stage is all about building a rock-solid foundation for your case. With all the documents collected and reviewed, it's time to prepare and file the petition. This is where the attorney's expertise really shines. The primary form is usually the I-130, petition for alien relative. It might look like a simple form, but any mistake can lead to delays or even a denial. The attorney's office will meticulously fill out every single question, ensuring all information is accurate and consistent with the supporting documents you provided. After the I-130 is prepared, they'll assemble the entire package. This isn't just stuffing papers into an envelope. It's organized with a cover letter written by the attorney that summarizes the case, lists the contents, and highlights why the beneficiary is eligible. This professional presentation makes it easier for the USCIS officer to review the file. The attorney then files the package with the correct USCIS service center. Filing at the wrong location is a common mistake that can cause major delays. But a good attorney knows exactly where everything needs to go. Once filed, you'll receive a receipt notice, and the waiting game begins. So, the petition is filed. What happens next? This phase is all about monitoring the case and communicating with the government. An attorney will track your case status online and will be the official point of contact for USCIS. If USCIS needs more information, they'll issue a request for evidence, or RFE. This is a very common part of the process. When an RFE is issued, it comes directly to the attorney's office. Receiving an RFE can be scary if you're handling the case on your own, but with an attorney, it's just another step. They will analyze the requests, explain to you what's needed, and help you gather the additional documents or information. Then, they will draft a professional response and submit it before the deadline. Having an attorney handle this communication is critical because they know how to respond in a way that satisfies the immigration officer, asks questions, and keeps the case moving forward. They act as a buffer between you and the government, managing all the complex back. Once the I-130 petition is approved, the journey isn't over. The next steps depend on whether your family member is in the United States or abroad. If they're abroad, the case moves to the National Visa Center, or NVC. The attorney will guide you through this stage, which involves paying visa fees and submitting another round of financial and civil documents online. They'll ensure everything is uploaded correctly to the government's portal. If your family member is already in the US and is eligible, they may be able to apply for a green card through a process called adjustment of status. This involves filing another major application, the Form I-485. The attorney will prepare this form, along with applications for a work permit and travel authorization, so your loved one can work and travel while the case is pending. This is a huge benefit. The attorney manages all these interconnected applications to ensure a smooth process. The final major milestone is the interview. For cases processed abroad, this happens at a U.S. embassy or consulate. For adjustment of status cases, it's at a local USCIS office. This is often the most nerve-wracking part of the process, but your attorney will prepare you for it thoroughly. They'll conduct a mock interview session, going over the types of questions the officer will ask. These questions are designed to confirm the legitimacy of your relationship. For marriage-based cases, they'll ask how you met, about your wedding, your daily routines, and your future plans. The goal is to prove your marriage is real and not just for an immigration benefit. The attorney will tell you what documents to bring to the interview, like your photo albums, joint bank statements, or lease agreements. For adjustment of status interviews in the U.S., the attorney will typically attend the interview with you. Their presence provides support and ensures the interview is conducted fairly. They can clarify questions for you and speak to the officer if any legal issues arise. After the interview, you'll hopefully get an approval on the spot or soon after. The attorney will follow up with USCIS or the consulate to ensure the green card or immigrant visa is issued promptly. Even after approval, their job isn't done. They'll make sure you receive the physical green card and check it for any errors. They'll also advise you on the responsibilities that come with being a permanent resident, like maintaining your residence in the U.S. for marriage-based cases. The initial green card might be a 2-year conditional one. If so, the attorney will calendar the deadline and help you file the I-751 petition to remove those conditions and get the tenure. Permanent green card. They provide long-term support to ensure your family's immigration journey is a lasting success. So there you have it. From the initial strategy session to the final green card in hand, an immigration attorney acts as your guide, your advocate, and your project manager. They navigate the complex laws, manage the mountains of paperwork, and communicate with the government on your behalf, allowing you to focus on what matters most: your family. The process is long, but with professional help, it becomes manageable and much less stressful. I hope this overview was helpful and demystified the process for you. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comments below. We do our best to answer as many as we can. Thank you so much for watching. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more content just like this. We'll see you in the next one.